Hello, everybody. Back at Wakamatsuya, which is a very old liquor shop that also runs as a restaurant. And it was established way back in the 1860s, so about 150 years ago. And that's the owner, the mother, Takitomi-san. And as you see, it still runs as a liquor shop, but at night they do reservation-only dinners. And you can see these old jars they have in the shop. And so apparently before they started bottling sake, shops like these would mix their own blends and deliver them out to houses in the neighborhood. So that's how it sort of started as a liquor shop. But about probably like 20 years ago, they started serving food and became very, very popular. Very hard to get a reservation. And very seasonal menu. So the spring is seabream shabu shabu, which we had. Summer is hamo shabu shabu. Fall is duck nabe, and winter is puffer fish. Okay, and we started off with sort of like braised fish, like sweet fish and morko, which is sort of like a small grouper, and a very gorgeous sashimi platter. Okay, and different kinds of fish. On the sashimi, we had a seabream, we had an engawa, which is sort of like the edge of a flounder, and tuna as well. So yeah, quite a selection there. Okay, and this kind of braised fish or like boiled fish. This morko is actually from Lake Biwa, which they always serve. Really, really nice. I love these kind of small fish. And then the seasonal delicacy is Firefly squid. All right, so this is a spring delicacy that's in supermarkets now. Very lovely. This squid was from Toyama prefecture, so way up north. And yeah, it's raw, beautiful, very delicate. And then preparing for the main shabu shabu or nabe dish, we had this sort of yuzu kosho. So it's a mix of like wasabi and yuzu paste, very, very strong, kind of spicy. Okay, and this is a set. It comes out. So you see there's fish, pretty large seabream, I think, sliced up into slices, thin slices, and like thicker pieces. But first, you start off by boiling the roe. Okay, so it's the fish roe, and it almost like has a consistency of uni, but it's very, very nice, very fluffy, very soft. And so the mother is starting us off with the roe. She's cooking it for us. Okay, and so yeah, very low heat. You see the broth isn't very bubbling. And yeah, so what you get is a very soft. It doesn't even feel like eggs. It feels more like a uni kind of texture. Everybody very captivated, of course. And so yeah, when it's ready, it kind of looks like this. Okay, showing the shabu shabu style. All right, so shabu shabu, of course, it's famous for beef, where it literally just means where you just dip it and quickly cook it into the soup. And apparently the sound it makes is shabu shabu, so that's why they call it shabu shabu. So the sound of the water. Okay, and yeah, so this is the egg when it's done. And yeah, very delicate taste, and you just eat it with the broth. No need for soy sauce or anything. And so she's serving the first round. Okay, so yeah, as I said, shabu shabu, you can eat it with beef or pork and fish. All right, so actually that firefly squid, you can eat that as shabu shabu style as well. So a really nice way to enjoy it. And normally each person dips their own or cooks their own food, but because there was only one large nabe, we had somebody do it for everybody. Okay, very lovely. And we all sort of like took turns doing the cooking. It's kind of difficult because it's quite hot, the pot, and and you gotta have really good chopstick control to make sure you pick up the fish. All right, you don't want to overcook it as well. Okay. And then after the thin slices were cooked, we would just put everything in to make a hot pot or a nabe. And as you can imagine, this was a lot easier. Just put everything in and cook it. So there's some mushrooms as well, some mizuna, which is almost like a lettuce type vegetable they have in Japan, and there was tofu as well. And yeah, the best thing about Wakamatsuya is the broth, okay, the dashi. It's a really, really natural and sort of full with umami broth, and they use it for pretty much all the dishes they serve here, even for the duck or the puffer fish in the winter. They usually use the broth with the nabe. All right, and once everything's done, just serve it one by one. And again, it's like really, really hot, so you have to be careful. And during all this, we had a lot of drink. Started with sparkling wine, and then we went to white wine, and then sake or nihonshu, then back to beer. Oh, and this is the finish. We finished off with ramen noodles and bamboo shoot rice, okay? So a really, really big meal, and we had to take some of that bamboo rice home. All right, so it's hard to get a reservation, but it's an institution in Kyoto, Wakamatsuya, near Kyoto Station. All right, see you next time.